Hey guys, Sky here. We have Stormy here.
Hello.
So we're a little late on this, but we just wanted to sort of break down and cover the last week's episode of The Mandalorian. Um, it was pretty I thought it was more of like the emotional episodes, I guess, 'cause like I felt like we got more character side rather than like just action. I don't know, what did you think, Stormy?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely got a lot to the character extent, and we did get action in the end, but I don't know, it was strange. It was like it it was kind of like one of the more like chill but meet actiony type episodes that we've gotten. There really wasn't a lot you had to pay attention to, other than kind of like how it started, I guess.
Yeah, that's how I felt also. Um, so what did you think about like the Mandalorian Din Djarin like taking off his helmet and like he's not really supposed to do that according to like what he's been teached.
So, personally, I mean, I think I've said it in past videos, like, um, I don't really mind. I mean, it's clearly against his code, so I wonder like why he was so willing to do it. It's probably because for Baby Yoda. Uh, but you know, it's like I feel like it adds to the plot like of him caring about Grogu, and it kind of like you know makes a little bit more connection for like people watching for the first time. You know, like the care of the
Yeah.
character. It definitely breaks a lot of boundaries, but I think that's a good thing in this case.
Yeah, I mean obviously like we're used to like we know what Din Djarin looks like because we've seen it before. But like I don't know, cause like you know how in like I think it was the episode of Bo-Katan, she's like talking about how um Din is like caught up like in the old ways of the Mandalorian, and like that's not how it works now. Like you
Yeah,
could, cause as we see with Bo-Katan, like she takes off her helmet whenever she wants. Like it's not really. Yeah, like how Din treats it. So I wonder if we're gonna see him sort of like open up a little more, cause like he's a really big, I feel like private and reserved person. So
yeah, it would be good to see him open up more, at least to main supporting characters. Like, it I think it screams like, you know, plot progression as well, because I have a feeling that him taking off his helmet is gonna, kind of play like a more subtle role in the story, if you know what I mean. Like it's kind of like an entrance to possibly more things to come. Um, but like it's definitely interesting because for one, the audience has seen it, but no one else has, or no sentient has, and
yeah,
it's like, yeah, it just sets the tone for definitely what the rest of the series is probably gonna look like.
yeah. We might. I don't think we're gonna get any of that in like tomorrow's episode, but possibly in season three, they're gonna dive further into that side.
Yeah,
Um. Also, that scene where what's it called? One of like the Imperial like leaders is shot by Mando's like old ally. I thought that was I didn't really expect that. That his emotions caught up to him and he just let out his rage by killing him.
yep. I definitely
What did you
thought they were
think?
gonna get captured in that scene because there was a lot of for at least from what we saw, there was a lot more Imperials there than what we saw on screen. So it seemed like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe this is a
I mean,
capture
it's a
moment.
base, so like, I mean, it worked out. Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't, um, yeah, like it was just an emotional scene, but like you just move on. Like, it wasn't that pivotal. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, overall, this episode is really good. It's definitely, at least for me, one of the like least memorable episodes, because like I don't know, I feel like there isn't something in this that just like makes me like remember it
Yeah.
by like I don't know, do you see it like that?
I mean, I'm gonna remember that base scene. I think that's what like kind of puts me in the ability to see it because like that I feel like that's one of the bigger like fight plots we've gotten on you know
Yeah,
yeah so like for me that's something I'll remember it by, and I'll probably remember it for Boba Fett as well in general.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I had totally forgot. Remember that scene where he drops like one of his grenades or something, a bomb of a type,
Yeah, that's iconic.
and it
So
just like
yeah.
yeah, it just shoots out. That was really cool. Um, yeah, I think that's the most memorable part of the episode for me.
Yeah, other
Um,
than the fight, yeah, same for me.
yeah. So yeah, that's basically what we thought about this episode. I don't know. We have tomorrow's episode coming up. Um, there's obviously it's the season 2 finale until next Christmas in 2021.
hmm
Um, I don't know, what are you expecting in this episode, Stormy?
I mean, honestly, uh, playing off of what we got to see in the first season finale and what we got to see like moving forward from season two, I think it's gonna be either one of three things. Either a fight scene that ends up with him getting Grogu back, which is kind of unlikely. I'm not sure how that would play out, but I definitely think that he's gonna have some sort of like inner type of demon type situation where like he's conflicted to do something big. Who knows what it'll be? Maybe other people come and help him. We could always see other characters come out of the blue. We definitely got to see in the episode before this Grogu on the pedestal connecting with the Force. So who knows what could come out of that. Um, and clearly it worked for the amount of time he was there. So I could see them taking it like a big sacrifice, route. I could see them taking it, sabotage. Maybe he has a fight with Moff Gideon, takes Grogu back. But I'm not sure how it's gonna lead, like in the scheme of things, with the pace of the rest of the
Yeah,
season. I definitely think season three is gonna be a big thing, though.
yeah, for sure. Um, at least for me, going into this episode, tomorrow, I think, I think Disney knows that like this is The Mandalorian is such a big like series, and it has a lot of fandom. So like, I feel like they're gonna end it on a high note
hmm
and a cliffhanger possibly. I don't know. Um,
What would you like
I
to
just
see?
feel like they're gonna do that. What?
What would you like to see?
Um, like this is just me theorizing, none of this could obviously happen. But I feel like I've seen a lot of people talking about this and I see it as a possibility. Maybe there is like a big final, I guess, battle with Moff Gideon and Din, and they like fight it out. He uses his spear, and um Moff uses his dark saber, and I'm gonna assume that Din wins, but um possibly the episode finishes with us seeing a glimpse of Thrawn from Rebels. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I don't know. Like I was saying before, the pace of season 2 has been strange to me. We got the whole situation, with Bo-Katan being introduced, but to me, like all of these episodes have felt really, really like mediocre pace. If you get what I'm getting at. So I feel like what they might do is kind of take, kind of like a mixture of what we've said and kind of like make it into like one episode and then leave it on a cliffhanger. Like it
Yeah,
it could definitely I could definitely see them like starting a fight and then having like a slash, like, of his saber or something, end off the episode like towards Din, if you know what I mean, like kind of like in like a,
yeah,
oh, ooh, cliffhanger effect. But I could also see them taking it like the really, really fast route, which is, just literally them having him rescue Grogu and then leave. But I don't feel like they're gonna do that. If I'm looking at the rest of the season the right way, I could definitely
do
see
you
like
think
someone. Oh, go on.
we'll see Ahsoka or Bo-Katan or some other character we've seen in this
So,
episode?
okay, so this is a long shot, but I was reading up on Reddit one time about this, and a lot of people were saying that they could see like them introducing a character the last episode. So someone brought up the idea of like if it took place on like a world, like it could show like a green lightsaber at the end, green or blue lightsaber at the end, and they would just tease like who the character was. It wouldn't show the character. Um, I think that would be really cool, but I also think that would tick off a lot of the fan base. They'd be like, "Oh, who is it?" We waited that long. I definitely think Ahsoka could come back. I think it's likely that we'll see her at least one more time. I don't know about Bo-Katan in this scenario because who knows what she's doing at this point. But
Yeah, I mean, we know she's after the dark saber, so I don't know, maybe she ends up finding Moff in this episode and they all like group up. I don't know. Um so like um one like last prediction. So we know in the episode where Baby Yoda is or Grogu he's on the Jedi like um base like temple, and he's basically calling another Force user.
yeah.
Who do you think that could be? Who do you see it
I
as?
think the most likely candidate at this point, if they're going main storyline and they're trying to keep like within reasonability, a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's Luke Skywalker." I don't know about that. I actually think it's probably going to be Ezra, or it could possibly be Cal Kestis, but that also assumes that he's still alive at that point. We don't
Yeah,
know all the Force users because there's very few at this point.
yeah. I mean, it could even possibly not even be a Jedi and just some Force user. From like
Hmm.
they could pull in someone from like Star Wars Legends, and
Yeah,
you know, I don't know.
I mean, definitely like
Uh,
definitely that's like a possibility.
yeah. My hope, like just as a fan, I hope it's Luke Skywalker. I mean, I don't know if that's legit, what's gonna happen, but like that's what I'm hoping for.
Hmm.
And like you were saying, maybe the episode ends with a green lightsaber, and then
That was
it
an
just
example,
fades
yeah.
out.
I
Yeah,
could
I
see like a
think
huge fight happening, and I could see like Moff getting like, thrown around like the last part, and then you just see like a saber ignite, and then it just ends.
that would be crazy. I
Like
would
I could
just
totally see it.
lose it.
Yeah, I could totally see them doing it. Kind of like I hate to bring up this movie, but like a Force Awaken moment where like Rey takes the
Yeah,
lightsaber. Yeah, except for it'd be a cliffhanger. Yeah, exactly.
and also just like this could totally be coincidence, but like The Force Awakens came out 5 years ago, like this week, but 5 years ago.
Hmm.
And if you remember, at the end of that movie, it ends on that cliffhanger with Luke Skywalker.
Mhm.
Imagine they do the same thing 5 years later, but in the Mandalorian.
I honestly, I know this is unpopular, but I honestly hope it's not Luke.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be against it being like Cal or Ezra. Like, I'd be fine with any of those.
But I feel like whatever tomorrow's episode's gonna be, it's gonna be huge. Or whatever we get out of
Yeah,
it,
for sure.
yeah, it's gonna be huge. For sure.
Well, let us know what you guys think in the comments. We'll make sure to cover tomorrow's episode. Um, yeah, we're really excited and can't wait to see it.